Hey guys, how's it going? Well, unless you've been living under a rock and haven't been playing Call of Duty for the last week, then you probably know that the UPRISING DLC landed, I think it was about a week ago, and this DLC included 4 new maps and a new zombies mode. Now I know there's a truckload of videos already out there on the interwebs, but a couple of you guys asked me what my thoughts were on it, if I was going to get it, if I'd played it. So I thought I'd give you just my basic thoughts on the map so far. I have played the 4 multiplayer maps. I haven't played zombies yet. I will eventually get to zombies. I haven't played them at all, which is, I know, pretty embarrassing. But anyway, so I've played the 4 maps. I've played them a fair bit. I wanted to wait about a week before I did a review on these. I didn't want to just play them for an hour and then go, yep, they're cool or they suck. I wanted to give them a good go before I gave you my thoughts on them. So far I have to say that the 4 maps are pretty cool. Obviously, the studio map is actually just firing range from the original Black Ops, so if you didn't already know that, firing range is been reskinned to look like a film studio, and I think it looks a lot better, but it's obviously more or less the same map. It has similar lines of sight. There are some differences on it, but more or less it's the same. So really you only get 3 new maps and then 1 reskinned map. So I mean, if you want to talk value for money, this DLC definitely isn't as good as the previous one. There isn't any new weapons. Apparently Treyarch has confirmed that there will be no new DLC weapons in any of the upcoming DLC, which is disappointing. Kind of weird that they gave us 1 and then we're like, nope, that's it, you get 1 weapon and no more weapons. I was kind of hoping for a new pistol or maybe a new shotgun or I don't know, something new would have been cool. And it seems weird that games like Battlefield 3 can introduce lots and lots of new DLC weapons, whereas Call of Duty has only ever done 1. But anyway, that's a minor gripe of mine. So in terms of value for money, this definitely isn't as good as the previous DLC. If you do like your Call of Duty and you play a fair bit like me, then $15 or whatever it ends up being in your local country is not really that much money in the grand scheme of things. I own a wage, so $15 really isn't that much. If you don't own a wage, then $15 might be a bit of a stretch just to get a couple of new maps. The only one map that I don't really care for that much is Magma. I don't dislike it. I just think out of the 4, it's definitely the weakest, both visually and in terms of map design. I still haven't explored all the nooks and crannies yet, so there's probably some good little hidden gems that I'm missing out on. But that's my opinion, that this was definitely the weakest out of the 4 maps. My favourite out of the 4, I mean, I'm a huge fan of firing range, so obviously that's a very good map, but my favourite out of the 4 is actually Vertigo, which is the one which is set on the top of a skyscraper in, I think it's supposed to be in India. That seems to be sort of a Call of Duty staple that you've got to have at least 1 map on top of a building. But this one's pretty cool. I like the way it looks. It sort of reminds me a little bit of one of the close quarters maps from Battlefield 3, if you ever played that, where you're on top of a building. It has a really similar look and feel, so I don't know if that was intentional, but I definitely like that map. I like the way that it looks and plays. So far I seem to do really well on that map, so maybe that's why I have some bias as towards why it's my favourite. But the last map that comes with the DLC is a map called Encore, which is looks like a music stadium or a festival, and it appears to be set on the River Thames in London. At least I think it looks like London. There's a whole bunch of landmarks in the background that look like the Gherkin and other things that I recognise. And this is a pretty unusual map in the sense that it's kind of like a big semicircle, so it's not symmetrical and it's not linear. It's an unusual shape, and the games always seem to go quite quickly and erratically there. One thing that is a little bit curious about this map pack is that there isn't really a focus. Like in the previous one, the Hydro map had that water thing going through it, which is consistent with a couple of the older maps. And I guess Magma kind of has the lava around the edge of the map, so you can't really touch the perimeters. But if you remember back to the original Black Ops, there used to be interactive elements and stuff, and it just seems like Treyarch has kind of become a little bit lazy or complacent with their new map packs. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my small little review / thoughts on the DLC. Like I said, I don't think it's as good value as the previous DLC. There's no extra weapon, but it's still good value if you play Call of Duty a lot like I do and you want some more life out of the game, then by all means go and pick these maps up. There's a lot of variety, they look nice, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So if you were to rate this multiplayer DLC out of 5 stars, not considering the zombies because I don't play zombies, then I'd probably give it about 3.5 stars out of 5. And if you include the zombies in that, then I think you could probably add another star to it. Maybe it's not 4.5 stars, maybe it's 4 stars with the zombies included. So it's not amazing, but if you have the spare cash lying around, by all means go ahead and pick it up. Of course, it's going to breathe some new life into this game. But anyway, if you want to leave me your thoughts in the comments section, by all means go ahead and do that. But otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. Alright, see ya.